Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Chris with Kristen's Crafts, and today I am bringing you another process video that is some pictures from my son and daughter-in-law's wedding. I had a lot of these scraps still sitting out on my desk from making the last few layouts I had for my June Build-A-Page, and I thought I'd see what we could do about getting some more on a layout. So I had seen a layout that Moira had done where she had 3 strips of paper. It was a page that she had done on Wimbledon, and I really liked how that one turned out. So I thought I would scrap lift her and go from there. So what I've done is taken this lighter wood grain paper that I had for my stash, and I'm cutting it down to 11.5 by 11.5 so that I can have this blue paper as a border. So I'm going to go ahead and trim it all down. Sorry, I knocked my camera with my trimmer, so I had to straighten that out. And I'm just going to use my Fisker trimmer to gut it out and make a 1-inch wide frame to mat underneath that wood grain paper. So now that I have it gutted out, I'm going to go ahead and adhere that wood grain down, and then I'm going to do a little mixed media. It was fun just to get in my room and play for no reason. There was no hops, no challenges, just a matter of going in and playing with my supplies and scraps that were sitting on my desk. So once I had it all cut down, I realized that the strips of paper I had were a little bit too big, so I went ahead and cut another 1/2 inch off the length, and I believe another 1/2 inch off of the width of these strips. I want to be able to see the wood grain underneath, plus I'm going to be doing the mixed media, and so I want it small enough that you can see what's going to be underneath. So I'm taking this Tim Holtz stencil. It kind of looks like chicken wire, and I thought this was perfect for a wedding photo at a farm. So I'm just going to go ahead and use some washi tape to just tack it down so it stays in place. And then I am using, sorry, my squeaky chair here, I'm just leaning over. I'm using my Distress ink and broken china and just a sponge applicator, or one of my distressing tools I got on Amazon somewhere. And I'm just putting some around the corner. I'm just kind of laying everything back so I can see where it all looks. And now I'm just going to go ahead and do the opposite corner. And again, just kind of get that blue poking out from underneath the strips. And I'm bringing a little bit up to the center so you'll be able to see it a little bit between when this is all said and done. So I'm happy with how that looks. Now I'm going to go ahead and work on the center. So what I'm doing is just lining up the pattern and moving the stencil over just a little bit. I'm running it across the bottom, and here's where I'm running it up what would be like the side of the 2 strips. And I'm going to do the same thing at the top. And it's just going to give a little touch of color underneath and a little bit more something to it. And again, it was just kind of nice because, again, I was in no hurry. I wasn't trying to meet any deadlines, just coming in and playing with some of my stuff. So I'm just going to use this paper towel to clean off some of the excess ink that's on the blending tool. And then I'm going to use this baby wipe to clean off my stencil. And once that's all clean, I'm going to adhere those strips down to the background. And what I ended up doing is taking it so it had blue on each side, and then the burlap is going to break that up. And so it's kind of breaks it up in the center a little bit, and so it's not blue on blue. And you can just see how that little bit of that chicken wire is coming through. Now I do have to like turn the page a little bit sideways to try and line it so that it's even on all sides and even with the width or the sides of each of the papers. And I fixed this blue one here. So now that I have that, I'm going to go ahead and cut 4 1/4 by 6 1/4 inch mats. And at this point, I have no pictures picked out. I'm just playing. So I'm just going to go ahead and tack those 2 down. And what I'm going to do is put the adhesive for the top layer just to the left hand or to the right hand side so that I can slide a picture underneath and not have to worry about it when I actually pick one out. Now, sitting on my desk were all the supplies that I had from the Build-A-Page in June. So I just grabbed one of the doilies I had taken out. I'm going to run some adhesive and put that at the top. This is one of the things I love doing. And now I'm just grabbing all the things that I have sitting on my desk. So I love that mason jar. I really wanted to use it during Build-A-Page, but ended up not. And then I grabbed this tag. And so now I'm looking for another tag. I find this one from Rosie Studios. I'm going to use that for the base of the mason jar. And then I found another one from Rosie Studios that I'm going to stick up above. The next thing I'm going to do is, I was thinking about maybe putting the wedding invitations and shower invitations, but again, I decided I didn't really want that on there. I just decided I'm going to go ahead and find some pictures later on. So through this little pile of embellishments I have, there's things that I fussy cut out. And I have this paper that, I forget what the brand is, but it's got these blue papers that I've fussy cut from past layouts, just sitting in this little dish here. And so I started grabbing some out, but I realized I didn't have a lot. And I do have another piece of this paper in my stash, so I went ahead and grabbed it out. And then off camera, I'm just going to go ahead and fussy cut all of those flowers out. I also off camera went ahead and jumped on the computer and found these photos. They are of Emily and Kevin with my grandsons. So there's Dylan, Preston, and Carter, who were the ring bearers, and then their little friend's daughter, who was the flower girl. And so I thought this was really sweet to have the ring bearer and flower girl layout with this paper. So now that I have everything all adhered down, now I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to cut the end of this tag off, and I'm going to use part of it on another part of the layout as an embellishment. And I'm just going to start adhering everything down. I really like this tag from Rosie Studios, and I really wanted to get the mason jar on, so I'm going to go ahead and get that on. Now I'm just looking for a spot to put the bottom half of that tag, and I decide that I want to put it over here on the right, and that's going to allow me to build up a little bit of a floral cluster down there. And now I'm going to go ahead and find some more of these florals and just going to kind of rummage through. Now if I pause, it's because I've been, this is my Friday, my last day off, and I've been kind of enjoying Netflix binging and playing in my room and just having a good time. So I was kind of watching TV and playing at the same time. That's why you're kind of getting a voiceover. And so, yeah, here I'm just kind of going through and tucking things under and just going to fit things in where they belong. I do cut a few of the leaves off here and there to make them fit better, and just trying to find a variety. I love, love, love fussy cutting out flowers and being able to use these as embellishments. You figure a piece of paper that you buy in a paper pack, you know, under $1 probably at the most. And now look at all the embellishments that I have just from spending a little time with a pair of scissors and cutting things out. And I find that the ones that are flat or half flowers are great for tucking in behind things. So I cut everything out, even, you know, the little leaves and things. They're just great for tucking here and there. So here's one where I'm just kind of modifying it. The flowers didn't, the leaves sticking out didn't look good. I just wanted the floral itself. So I cut them off, and then I'll go ahead and glue it back in where it looks better. And so I'm just going to stick that on here and just kind of adhering everything down. And once I think it looks full enough, I move on to the next cluster. So the next one I need to do is this lower area here by this piece of tag that I have. So I'm just going to put 2 florals, one with the leaves running up and one with the leaves running down. And again, this is another one that was like half a flower, and it works perfect being tucked in under the the photo. And now that I'm pretty happy with that, I'm going to go in and put some twine in all of my tags. This one I cut a little bit short, so I'm going to go ahead and tie it differently down here with this other one. I'm going to tie it like it's a shipping tag and have it just at the top. And then the other two are a little bit longer, and I'll loop those in the top tag holes. As Sandy with State Goddess would say, we can't have any naked tag holes. Even though sometimes I do not, I kind of will do it off camera, but before they go in the book, they usually have twine put in them. So now I've got these 3 butterflies that I had fussy cut out from that October afternoon paper that my sister bought me for my birthday. I'm going to go ahead and put 1 in each cluster. I have this really cute epoxy flare that I got from Shimmers in one of my monthly kits. So I decided I wanted to put that in down there. It brings a little more blue and some of that pink in. Now I'm just tucking in a couple fussy cut cameras that I got from Nicole Jones 911 Cuttables. And that is going to be it, I believe, for the layout. Oh, I'm going to put in my title. So my title is just going to be from these stickers. I'm going to grab the word sweet because, again, the kids looked adorable with their little bow ties and suspenders and just looked adorable. They were a great part of the wedding here. So, again, the title sweet was, I think, appropriate. And then I'm going to go ahead and just pull a little bit more gold around into each cluster. So I'm going to grab this one here and I'm going to kind of use it as if it's like a wreath tucked behind. I was going to put one here, but I end up changing my mind and taking it out, and I'm going to use that in the lower right hand corner instead. And it's just a little bit of the gold in each so that it's spread throughout the layout, and it's not just on the title itself. Now that is going to be it for my layout. I'm not going to add anything more. I think it turned out pretty good. Here's some close-ups for you. If you have any questions, just leave them in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye.